Hi there, this is Sheila from Designs by Baby Moon, and I wanted to show you how I'm using Embrilliance Essentials to make a rounded monogram to go in my design without using any purchased monogram fonts. So this is the look that I'm going for, something rounded and beautiful that'll fit in a circle frame. So follow along with me and let's see what we can do. So I've got a design that I'm ready for, that's ready for a monogram here. It's a antique kind of sewing machine thing, and I'm going to use this on a kitchen towel. And so what I've got here is my Brilliance Essentials software open, and up here at the top there's a letter A, and when you hover over letter A you can see that it says create letters, create lettering design. So I'm going to click on that, and on the right side of my screen a properties box is going to pop up. Now, the properties box has three options for kinds of lettering that you can add. So what I normally do is I have a multi-line text set that all I need to do is set my letters straight across without anything else. On this one, I'm going to select the middle option, which says single line of text or a monogram, because that's what I want to do right now. Now, when you open this for the first time, your block letters, which comes with Embrilliance Essentials, your block letters will show up there. And so this is the default lettering. If you don't have any other purchased embroidery fonts that you've added to your Brilliance Essentials, you can do this. So I'm going to move it first of all into the area of the design that I'm working on. And right now I'm going to put it in this circle frame on this design, and so it's just coming up as ABC. Now, when I've selected the middle option for the single line of text or monogram over here in the properties window, I get lots and lots of options. So the style that I'm going to apply to these letters, and you can see there are lots of different styles. There's a vertical style, a squared off style, but I'm going to use this oval style. And this oval style, when I apply it, it raises the top of the middle of the design and squishes the ends a little bit, so it's kind of in an oval shape. But I need a little bit more roundness. Now, again, this is just the lettering that comes with Embrilliance Essentials, so this block font right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the bottom of the properties window, and I'm going to adjust the curve right here. So the top curve, you could make it grow, peak, or shrink, but we're just going to use a curve, and I'm going to pull that all the way over to the right, and that's going to raise the curviness of the top up. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. I'm going to take the curve and I'm going to pull it all the way over to the right, and that's going to increase the curviness of the bottom. Now we have something that looks more like a circular shape. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the space above the curved area, and I'm going to pull them a little bit closer together by moving the slider to the left. So you can see that as I move it to the left, the letters get closer together just until they fit in my circle frame. Now, I can even adjust this a little bit more. I'm going to take this this box at the top of this frame, and I'm going to stretch it upward just a bit, and I'm going to grab the one on the bottom and stretch it downward just a bit. Now I have something that I really like the look of. I've got this in the middle of my sewing machine, but those aren't my letters. My letters are S-A-R, Sheila Ann Ryan, and so I'm going to put my letters in here. Now, if you're doing a monogram for a woman using the circular format, usually what happens is you put your monogram in as first name, last name in the center, and then middle name on the edge, or your maiden name, whatever you use for the middle. And so I'm going to put my first name S, my middle name, or my last name R, and then my middle name, and I'm going to put those all in there together, and I'm going to hit enter. And when I do that, my letters come up. Now, I can even adjust this further by scooting it more toward the middle, and I can adjust individual letters by moving them away from each other, closer toward each other, depending on the look that I'm going for. One more thing that I'm going to do, that R is, I can make this R even just a tiny bit taller, so it fills up that space a little bit more by stretching just that R, by grabbing by clicking on it and getting this box with those 2 little arrows on it, and then adjusting it that way too. So let me show you how I'm going to do this over on a design that doesn't come straight up and down in your software when you pull it in. So I've got this design right here. I'm going to take those out so I can show you how I did that. That is set on a 45-degree angle. So let's add some letters. Now, because I've used this already, it knows that I'm going to want that oval shape. So I'm going to put in SRA, hit enter, and I've got my letters here. Now, I know that this isn't straight up and down, or it's not normal to the orientation of the design, but you know what, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do somebody else's monogram here. I'm going to do this one and see what happens. Okay, that looks really nice. Now, all of the property adjustments that I made on the other one are automatically on this one. So the letters are squished closer together. The curves at the top and the bottom are automatically there. Embrilliance remembers what I did last time, and it thinks that I liked that, and so it's going to try to please me by replicating that for me in the next design, which I think is a really handy feature. You may not want to do that way on the next one, but in case you did and you didn't exactly remember what you did to get it just right, just know that the software does remember that for you. So now this design, if I sewed it out just like this, the orientation of this monogram isn't correct or isn't aligned right to the orientation of this tag, because this tag is set on a 45-degree angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this little blue handle right here, and I'm going to spin it around until it is aligned correctly with the design. Now, I like to take a straight line in the design and align it with tab right there, but you may decide that it looks better to your eye to do it a different way. So I hope you found that interesting, and just know that if you haven't yet purchased any circle monograms, that you don't necessarily have to. If you have a customer that wants a circle monogram in a circle style, you can do it simply with what you've got there in Embrilliance Essentials. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.